Hey, Tiger fans, Ben Rosenbaum here for another edition of the Tiger Lacrosse Report. As always, I'm joined by the head coach of the Tigers, Sonia LaMonica. Coach, thanks for joining us.
As always, thanks for having me, Ben.
So this past weekend, a game against George Mason, you guys win it convincingly, 18-4. I mean, it was just dominant from start to finish. Got a lot of different pieces in there. Got a lot of girls who maybe don't see playing time as often, some game time experience as well. When you win a game like that and you're able to get some game experience for some other girls, how valuable is that as you progress down the season?
Oh yeah, it's always a great position as a coach to be able to do that. You know, we got a great team. We got a large team, and getting some opportunity as a youngster, particularly, is just really, really nothing simulates that in practice. So the more you can do that, it does help set you up for your future. So yeah, I was really pleased to be in position to do that. I was really pleased with how our starting group stepped out and came out really strong, firing hard, and having a lot of respect for our opponent. And that, helped us sort of set the course for some of our developing players to be able to get some experience. So it was really great.
We talked a little bit last week about how
You got a friend there.
yeah, we got a little guest. We talked a little bit last week how you guys have so many options all over the field. And we saw it again. Molly Lynch with a hat trick this time around for you. Lindsay Marshall also records a hat trick. She stays consistent. Talk a little bit about Molly, what she's able to do and what she brings to the game.
Yeah, Molly, has had a tough stretch just physically, with injury, and she's been really resilient, working hard through her rehab and therapy so that she can get back out and compete, which is obviously what she's hungry to do. But Molly is a very explosive, fast, quick player. So it was really great to kind of work her into the mix and to see her having success. I think just as a group, they are sharing the ball really well. And it was great to just see her coming in and making that impact, whether it was, off of a great feed she made early in the game, or one more pass to Caitlin Thornton in front of the cage, to her on the finishing end, finishing strong on some shots. So yeah, it's just really great I'm really happy for Molly, just given sort of her journey and the challenges that she's had to face, and she's a fighter, so she's got that big smile on her face, and she's just willing to serve the team in whatever capacity. So her attitude has been fantastic.
And looking at the rest of the offensive side of the ball for you in that Mason game, Caitlin Thornton, Blair Perry, each 2 goals. Nikki Sliwak, 2 goals and 4 assists. And Nikki's really been able to open up this offense where she can score it, she can pass it. I mean, her vision behind the net has been remarkable.
Yeah, and that's, again, as I've stated in past interviews, that's a new role on the field for Nikki. She's typically played a little more in front of the cage, whether it's in the middle, or, out as a driver, because she is quick. But she's really finding her rhythm behind the cage. She's having success partly because she's very two-handed. She's pretty ambidextrous. So that's just a prime position to play somebody who can use 2 hands confidently, who can finish with either hand, which we've seen Nick do. And also, given that she's a hard worker, and she brings a maturity and a level of experience. So she's just very, very coachable, and she's been working well with Coach Mike, just on developing that position, and I think she's going to continue to get better and better.
And then defensively, obviously, I mean, you look at the score, 18-4. Your defense was doing something right during that game against Mason. Everybody in front of Carly Merlot played outstanding. I think she only faces 3 or 4 shots on goal. She only finishes with 1 save, but it was because she didn't see many. And as we go throughout the year, I mean, the defense's ability to make offensive units take bad angle shots, take tough shots is only going to pay dividends, not just for Towson, but for Carly as well.
Yeah, when we look at film of sort of last year's defensive unit to this year, there is a stark contrast, and we returned a lot of those players, but we also worked a couple of those fresh faces into the mix, being Nat Miller and Liv Malamphy. But there's just a chemistry that's continuing to develop. We transitioned to developing our man defense because we really believe we've got some great 1v1 defenders, and we've got the minds of a group who understand, shifting as a team and having each other's backs. So let's really develop our man defense, and it's just really awesome to see how far it's come from, those games last season and into this year. And with each game, they're just getting stronger and stronger. Still obviously with little things to keep working on. So it continues to be a work in progress, but again, just a group that the chemistry has been phenomenal, and the talents of the group, of all those individuals, there really is no weak link. They are all great defenders in their own right. And when you put them together, it makes them a very, very strong, robust group.
As we wrap up George Mason and get ready to shift to Stony Brook, I did forget to mention Lindsay Marshall named CAA Rookie of the Week this past week as well. So nice award for her. Now looking at Stony Brook, number 5 team in the country coming in. They're 2-2. We've had meetings with them in the past. When you look at Stony Brook, who does also play UMBC Friday prior to playing Towson, what do you see from the Seawolves this year? How have they changed? How have they grown?
Yeah, I think they will continue, unlike same as any other year. They're a dominant team. They play with a lot of confidence, a lot of flair. They're athletic. They're strong on both ends of the field. They've got one of the fastest, strongest kids in the nation in Ali Kennedy. It's going to be a great, great challenge for us, and we're really hungry and excited to meet up with this team. There's a lot of similarities, I think, between Stony Brook and our program. Just 2 mid-major schools going head to head, both pretty hard-nosed teams, and they've had our number the last few years. I think this team this year is ready to kind of flip the script on that, and it's going to take hard work this week. We've got to really kind of continue to study and develop our plan against their zone. It's one of the best in the nation, and also really find ways to halt some of their scoring threats. They've got a great quarterback in Taryn Allmiller. They've got lots of great players. It's not just 1 or 2 players. That as a unit, they're going to challenge our defense. So I think we absolutely have what it takes to give this team a good run. And I think it's just going to be very exciting. So we're really looking forward to it.
Yeah, you summed it up great. You hit all the points I wanted to hit, Coach. So, just kind of sum it up for me a little bit more. Keys for you guys. I mean, they're a team. They love to run. We've seen Kennedy run up and down. Miller can feed it from wherever. Rafferty can put the ball in the net. They're capable of exploding. What's the one thing you guys got to do as a team to stay the course and get a win this Sunday?
At this point in the game, Ben, I would say mentally, them coming out with confidence, with a humbled confidence, but a confidence, none a doubt, and to be able to come out and play our game. That's really going to be, I think, the difference maker, because lacrosse is a game of runs. There's going to be ups and downs, and how we weather those moments in the game and continue to compete and play to a high level is what's going to be key. And if we can do that, I know we've got the talent and the athleticism, to be hard to stop. So that mental side of the game coming in is what's going to be key for us.
All right. The number 13 Tigers will host the number 5 Seawolves at Tiger Field this Sunday in Towson University. I'll have the call starting at 12:45 on TowsonTigers.com, along with former Tiger Carly Telekamp. For head coach Sonia LaMonica, I'm Ben Rosenbaum. Thanks for joining us. And as always, go Tigers.